Hi everyone, this video is looking at Maiden Voyage page 1, so that is sections A, B and C. What I'll do as always is go through each section individually and then stick them all together at the end. And when I do each section I'll break them down bar by bar and then play it in full. So, starting with section A, right at the beginning, and we've got this sort of off beat rhythm, if you want to call it that, where the bass and snare are doing this sort of like. The only thing is those last two notes are not snare; they go between the toms. But the beat is that 1 and 3. But only the first note will be the snare. We'll be changing the last two between the high tom and the low tom. Okay, so don't be put off. You guys at home or in school will only have high and low. Just ignore this drum here. It doesn't exist. Okay. Our right hand is going to be on the floor tom. So instead of like a cymbal, we're playing the floor tom, and it starts off with a crash as well. Okay, and every other bar is the same, just no crash. And what we'll do now is we'll put in what tom is going where. So the first bar, it's snare and then 2 high toms. So, okay. The second bar, it's snare and 2 low toms. Third bar, we're going back to high toms, just no crash this time. And then the fourth bar, we're doing 1 of each. Okay. The next bar down, so the next line down, first bar of that line, it's snare and high tom. Then the next bar after that is snare and high and low tom. Then it's back to snare and high tom, and then on the last one we get a fill, which is half of the bar bar. So you get the first bit, and then you've got this fill, which is flam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all in your snare. So that last bar. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do this line by line. So here's the first line, starting with the crash. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the difference between and see the difference between each tom I'm going to. Line down, we'll do this one now, so line 2, so that's the last line of section A. Okay, now I'll do all the section A, so that's the first line and the second line all together. Okay, here we go. Okay, on to section B. So section B is the easy section of this piece. It's basically a standard rock rhythm, but with the bass drum kind of like changing just a little bit each bar. So we do start off with a crash, then we're waiting for the next beat to come in. So it's not crash, 2, 3, 4, it's crash. Yeah, and the first one's easy because it's just bass, snare, bass, snare. Yeah, so. But on the second bar, we're adding an extra bass drum at the end. So the third bar is pretty simple as well. And then the fourth bar is the same as the second with the bass drum at the end. So I'll do that whole line, first line of section B. Okay, second line of section B, again, keeping up with this theme. This time we're getting a couple of extra bass drums, so we've got 2 before the second snare and 1 after. Like that, bum, bum, bap, bum. The second one, it's the same as the bar above with the bass drum at the end. The third one, it's the same as the first bar of section B, so just bass, snare, and then finally the fourth one we're getting 3/4 of the bar, so 1, 2, 3, and then we just got a fill, which is 4 on the snare. So okay, so I'll do all of that line and then I'll do the whole section. Doesn't start with a crash. Cool. Whole section, here we go. Okay, finally on to section C. So this is where we're playing a 16th note rhythm. So we've talked about this in your lesson if we've started this piece this week. 16th note rhythm is basically where we're managing to play 16 beats or 16 notes, sorry, in the space of 4 beats in the bar. Okay, which means we're getting 4 rounds of 4. Now, the bass and snare here is very simple because it's just like that. But we need to be getting 4 notes in between, right? So what we're doing is we're taking both hands up here on the hi-hats. You can't really see my hands because it's crashed, but anyway, my hi-hats are right under there. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 4, but for the first note, we're going to play the bass drum, and you have to start with your right hand. So it's got to be single strokes, right, left, right, left. Play the bass drum with that first hit, so like this. Yeah. Then for the next one, we're doing the same thing. We're doing 4 notes, still right, left, but this time the first note's on the snare, but the rest of them are on the hi-hat. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So still right, left. So this time it's right, left. Okay, so when you put them both together, so bass 2, 3, 4, snare 2, 3, 4. That's what we should be doing, and it's always right, left. And the bass drum will always play at the same time as a right hand. So like this. Now what's happening in this section is you've actually got that rhythm 4 times, and then you've got to go back and repeat it. But this time, because we're going to the second time bar, on the 4th time you're opening your hi-hats. Same thing. You don't have to play anything different other than just lifting up your feet. You can hardly see because of my cymbals, but yeah, that's the only difference. So rather than me teach you every bar individually, because it's just the same thing over and over and over again, it's best you just get used to that 4 groups of 4. So remember, bass playing the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, snare in the second. It's best you just get used to that rather than me breaking down the same bar 8 times. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll move on to the next bit. We might not have covered this in your lesson. We might have just stopped at that rhythm. But the last bit's very, very simple. You've got 2 bars that are notated and 2 bars that just say fill. The 2 notated bars are exactly the same. You've got crash 2, 3, crash 2, 3, crash. Actually, the first one is crash 2, 3, hats 2, 3, hats. I've always felt it should be crashes though. But yeah, you're just going like this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then you've got a full bar to put in a fill. And then we've got the same thing again, but this one's all crashes. Okay, so I'll play those 2 back to back. I'll just play whatever fill comes out of me just now. I'll try and keep it simple for you, but when it's your turn, when you're doing this at home, come up with your own fill. Don't try and copy whatever I've done. Okay, so that last bar, last line, sorry. Okay, I've tried to keep those fills simple there just so you can hear the beats in the bar, and I've tried to keep it going left to right because that's typically what you guys will do. Anyway, I'll play you all the section C there from the 16th note rhythm, and then I'm going to go back A, B, and C, and then that'll be us done because this video is ticking away past 10 minutes. So here is section C from the beginning. Okay, that was section C. Now what I'm going to do is go right back to the beginning and we'll do that whole first page, and that's us done for today. So here we go, Maiden Voyage, sections A, B and C. I was playing the wrong thing. I was playing overrated or indecisive, can't remember. Maiden Voyage, page 1. Okay, so that's page 1 in full, sections A, B, and C. If you need to watch this video again, please do. If you need to slow down the speed, please do, because I did play that a bit faster once I stuck it all together. Still nowhere near as fast as what the speed should be, so that'll give you an idea of how we've got to build it up over the next few weeks. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. As usual, any questions, give me a shout. You know where to find me. See you in your next lesson. Bye-bye.